You're watching WRKM Channel 22, number one in the region. The following WRKM broadcast for mature audiences only. Is this the same shirt from last episode? It is. I told you. We were putting away some episodes that start this new day job. So enjoy. And it's a cool Dusty Road shirt. I will not apologize for wearing the same shirt twice. I'm sure I've worn this shirt several times on this show. Maybe not right back to back, but I have worn it. It's a shirt I'm proud of. Shirt I like a lot. What we got going on? Elon Musk's daddy is very gross. Hardee's employees are doing it for the culture and bailing people out. And lastly, Mexican police arrest a Chucky doll after a rash of robberies. It is Halloween time, and Chucky is out there. Let's have talks we can't have when the sun is up. Good evening. I'm Ralph from in Darkness. Elon Musk is many things. A weirdo, possibly the worst social media owner of all time, as he further destroys X with all his terrible ideas. People haven't left the Threads yet because Threads kind of whack. And Blue Sky is only for the elites, apparently. I haven't received my invite to Blue Sky, which I keep getting on the wait list. And I'm a podcaster. I should be on Blue Sky. I'm worth it. I've seen podcasters lesser than me on Blue Sky. So what the fuck, Jack? Like, what do I have to do to get on Blue Sky so I can spread my terrible content over there? It's not terrible. I'm trying to appeal to him. What do I have to do? Whose dick do I have to suck? And I will not be sucking dick. I want to make that fucking clear. I will not be blowing anyone, okay? You don't deserve for me to blow you, but I do deserve an invite to Blue Sky, and I'm tired of not having one. It took me forever to get an invite in the Clubhouse, and when I got it, I changed everything. I should put that clip back up. That was a good clip. But I was on Clubhouse rocking and rolling. I made fun of Eric Weinstein a few times. I could do that on Blue Sky. It's time for me to be on there. I want to fly like an eagle in the blue sky. Look at me trying to fly. You're not letting me. So you clip my wing. Now you left me on X. I can't do anything with X. I'm one wing flapping. It's terrible over there. Jack Dorsey's an asshole. That's not going to get me a Blue Sky invite, but maybe it might. Maybe he might be into that subversive shit. Maybe it's reverse psychology. I don't know. But Elon Musk, people always love this dude. Like, people, I understand why people like him. Because people think he's the closest thing to Iron Man. The problem is, Iron Man was actually cool, and Elon isn't. He's an edgelord. He's a troll. He's a guy who gets news from memes. He's a guy who talks really fucking weird, and everyone thinks that's why he's smart. Wow, he really thinks about things. He's not. He's computing because his brain works very slowly. Very slowly. I don't buy into the genius thing. I don't. I haven't spoken to him personally, so I could be wrong, but I've never been impressed by anything this man has done. Even SpaceX to a degree. I'm like, we've been to the moon. When are you going to get to the moon? rockets going up off in the atmosphere. Like, come on. Let me know when you get to Mars. Then I will be sufficiently impressed. But for now, whack. I don't get it with this dude. I never got it with this dude. He just seems like someone... He seems like a dumb person's Iron Man. You know, like someone who doesn't know any better. Iron Man actually invented shit that was cool. He didn't buy companies and buy a founder label when he bought the company so everyone would think he was the founder of Tesla. Now, SpaceX, I think he found it, so I'll give him credit for that one. The Hyperloop, apparently people hate that. So what is this guy getting away with? Why does everyone think he's so great? Mainly it's because he's a right-wing edgelord. And I get it. Right-wing edgelords can be kind of fun sometimes. Especially because they don't give a fuck. So sometimes when you're not give a fuck mood, you're like, I'm happy someone didn't give a fuck. I'm happy someone posted that meme. But he's also someone who plays Diablo. And I don't respect people who play Diablo. Like, tell me you don't get laid. Play Diablo. Play Pokemon like a real man. That's just my opinion. I play Pokemon. And I think I'm kind of a real dude. But he's also a dude that has a lot of babies. Like, every other month, he's got a new kid. And it's because he thinks that we're at a dangerous level of... He thinks population decreases on the way. That we don't have enough people. And he's afraid there's not enough people to replace the people that are here. Which, to me, sounds like a very capitalistic idea because he needs new workers. Maybe he'll get his kids to work in his factories. That could be fun. But he's not the only one that believes this in his family. His daddy is another one. His daddy believes we gotta have as many kids as possible. How do I know this? Because the 77-year-old guy had a kid with his stepdaughter. Yes. Elon Musk, dynamic entrepreneur behind powerhouse companies like Tesla, bought it, and SpaceX, who recently acquired Twitter, now X, which was a terrible fucking name. What is it with fucking losers wanting to put X on things? This reminds me of the 90s X-Men. Everything was extreme, ecstatic. It's like, enough. The letter X isn't that cool. It's the simplest letter imaginable. It's something 12-year-olds would be impressed by. Does that sound like a personal thing? Probably does. Celebrated the birth of his 11th child recently. Having children is saving the world. That's his belief. His dad, Earl, what the fuck is with this family? Might feel the same way about having kids. Elon Musk's earlier life offers more insight into the intricate family tapestry. Elon is one of three siblings, both born from Earl and May Musk. Growing up, he shared many childhood moments with his brother Kimball and sister Tosca. What the they're definitely South African. After his parents' separation, Elon primarily lived with his mother, but for a brief period, he chose to live with Earl out of sympathy for his father's loneliness. Yeah, we're doing that now. I guarantee his father wasn't lonely for long. He was fucking rich. He could pay for company. Now he's got this kid straggling along. Don't ever, if you're a child of a millionaire, don't ever saddle your parents with your presence. Let them live their millionaire lifestyle. You go figure out your own life. That's what I intend to do if I'm a millionaire. Kid, go figure out your own life. I'm here to spend my millions and not do shit. And I gotta parent you too? I'm a millionaire. Go buy a parent. Because this parent ain't working. That's terrible. But my daughter will be better for it. The decision was not indicative of a warm father-son bond. The relationship was fraught with tension early on. Many accounts, including Elon's statements, reflect a turbulent but often negative dynamic between the two, with disagreements and differing worldviews fueling their strained interactions. This is why he really wants people to like him on X. Like, if you really think about it, Elon's someone who desperately wants to be liked. It's why he appeals to the worst of the worst, who definitely retweet, who fucking like all his shit. Oh, he's edgelording, man. He's fucking keeping it real, man. He desperately wants to be liked by the people who will accept him. Because, everyone else has rejected him for the most part because everyone thinks he's a fucking nut. But the other ones, the weirdos, they'll accept him. So if he keeps posting weird fucking memes and talking about how he doesn't get any of his news from the mainstream media, he only gets it from X. which is a bad idea given the misinformation we talked about last episode. You kind of start to understand this is a guy who wants to be loved in a real level. He wants to be loved by Joe Rogan. He wants to be loved by men in a deep way. It's why he does the jujitsu. It's why he tries to appeal to men. He wants a man to love him because Earl didn't. It happens. And that's where you kind of feel bad. It's kind of like the man in the iron mask almost, but not necessarily, but the man in the technological mask. Like, that's what's behind all this shit. His daddy didn't love him enough. And that's okay. We all have our traumas, but his is $1 billion fucking performance trauma. What he's doing with X in society as a whole. Free speech is cool until some wild shit starts to happen. And then he starts censoring. He starts spending accounts that were critical of him on his own platform. Now, fair that he owns the platform, because if we're going with his politics, he's the owner of the platform, so he should be able to kick off whoever he wants on the platform. But it is kind of hypocritical when you talk about free speech, and now you're getting rid of people who are critical of you. And now here you are, being a censor, being kind of a douche. In 2022, a big piece of news came out. Elon's dad had a child with Jonna, I'm not pronouncing that last name, his former wife's daughter. Well, ain't that some shit? In 2019, Elon found out about his half-sibling on Father's Day in 2022. At 77, he expressed his views, saying, "The only thing we are on Earth for is to reproduce." Errol, who already has 7 kids, "If I could have another child, I would. I can't see any reason not to." Well, let's see. Kids are expensive. The average family can afford a kid. They can barely afford a medical emergency. They can barely afford to get, I don't know, food for the week, their bills. So that's why people aren't having kids. It's not that no one really wants to. It's that they're a fucking financial burden. I'm not being mean to the children. I'm being mean to the economy, but goddamn, they're a fucking financial burden. Every fucking day I think about financial burdens. I want a kid, but god fucking damn it, all the money that kid's gonna cost. But all the joy that kid will bring is the other side of it. I guess money can buy happiness in a way. But there's more to the story. In 2017, Jonna gave birth to a boy named Elliot Rush. These fucking people and their names. This wasn't widely known until years later. The 42-year age difference between Errol and Jonna is noteworthy. When Errol and Jonna's mother, Heidi, got married, Jonna was 4 years old. Heidi and Errol were together 18 years. They had 2 children. But Heidi already had 3 kids from a past marriage, and Jonna was one of them. Over the years, Gerald and Aunt Jonna grew close, especially when he supported her during a challenging breakup. Errol has mentioned that he never viewed Jonna as a stepdaughter. Well, ain't that some fucking Woody Allen shit right there? Huh? Ain't that some creepy ass shit? You marry a woman who's got a daughter of her own, and you don't look at her as a stepdaughter? That's kind of fucking weird. Kind of fucking pervy, no? No, I think it is. And that's kind of typical of rich men. Rich men don't look at anything that's not biologically connected to them as a real person. To them, they're just things. And to her, or to him, he was like, well, she's just someone to fuck. I don't want to fuck her because I'm a pervert. I'm a sick deviant. Why can't I fuck my wife's daughter, who's not really my daughter? Is it wrong? It is, but I'm going to do it anyway because I'm rich. And I guess that's how South Africans get down. I could be wrong. South Africans, please send the comments and let us know if you're down with this. Elon and his dad have had a rocky relationship for a long time. The relationship took a hit when Elon found out about the birth of Elliot Rush. He had been giving his dad $2,000 per month. Wow. So he had been just throwing that around? But he stopped when he heard the news. $2,000. This is what I'm confused by. Elon spoke of his attempts to mend the relationship, saying, "In my experience, there's nothing you can do. Nothing. I wish I've tried I wish I've tried everything. I tried threats, rewards, intellectual arguments, emotional arguments, everything to try to change my father for the better, and he in no way, just got worse. Wow. But doesn't that tell you everything about Elon, though? Doesn't that tell you where everything comes from? He just really wants to be loved by a man in a real way. And it's sad because you see it. Like, you see it in his interactions with society. You see it as like this, I have to get people for to get me. It's why he makes himself unattractive to a huge segment of society. It's why he does these things just because he can, to get a reaction, because the reaction is the love he's looking for. He just doesn't have that ability to communicate that. And it's interesting because when you look at most male children who come from situations like that, they're always looking for someone to react to something they're doing, whether it's happy, whether it's sad, whether it's anger, because they feel forgotten about. They feel unseen. And maybe that's why Elon always wants to put himself in the center of things. He wants to be seen. He wants to be seen by the old man. Look at me, old man. I'm making electric cars and I'm going to space in Hyperloops. And now I own Twitter and I own the conversation. I own everything now. I own space, I own the roads, I own fucking conversation in America. Love me. But then all his dad does is take $2,000 a month from him. Which doesn't seem like a lot. His dad uses him like a piggy bank and then threatens to kill himself when he'll stop. This is the kind of emotional hijacking that creates other emotional hijackers. Elon knows he's got America and the whole world by the balls with X. It's why he just does shit to do shit. It's why he tweets just to tweet. He'll tweet the X logo 40 billion times in different graphics because he just wants to go, hey, doesn't this look cool? Hey, isn't this flamethrower I made cool? Hey, isn't this like meme cool? Oh man, this news story, isn't it cool? Because he just desperately really wants to be cool and loved. And you know what? I'm going to open my heart to him. Elon, I love you, buddy. I'm here for you. I can be your friend. We can do this together. You've got trauma. I love trauma. And I've worked through mine. And we can do this together, buddy. We can go hang out. We can go to a ball game. We can play catch in the backyard if you like. We can go fishing. We can watch action movies. We can do all those things that the old man wouldn't do with you. We can do them, buddy. I'll teach you how to fight, you know. I just want you to know I'm proud of you. Even though you're quite annoying in many ways. And if you were my son, holy shit. But that's not what we're here to say. I'm here to say that I'm here for you. Because I know what it's like, buddy. I know what it's like. I, on the other hand, just grabbed the microphone and decided to be annoying to those who would listen. And whoever sees one of my reels on Instagram. Now, if you could just pay for my X verification, I can give you all the love you need. That's all. It's like, oh, don't look at me like that, Bobby. His dad's already his dad asked him for $2,000. I'm asking for $8 a month. I can be the father figure Elon needs. You know, I'll listen to your problems. You got girl problems? I got girl problem advice. I can hook it up, bruh. Bitches ain't shit. Man, come on. First Will Smith, now this. I'm going to save every fucking man. I'm telling you right now. That's my goal, is save the men. But not the way Andrew Tate does it. He's mean. I'm going to save them emotionally. Because that's how you pierce and solidify the soul. You express the emotions and harden them. I'm here for you, buddy. I'm here for you, man. Dads suck, man. They do. They do. But you're going to be a good dad, I think. I saw you hold your kid once and you looked pretty bored, but you were probably tired that day from being up all night with the kid, you know? But you're going to be a good dad. You're going to be a great dad, Elon, because you have all the money to be a great dad. And all the time, I think, because money does buy time. And, you know, you'll be able to feed them and clothe them and stuff. Yeah. So you're going to be a great dad. Now, will you be emotionally available to them? I can't answer that. I can help you with that, though. Because I'm the father you need, bro. The father you need. Let's go skip rocks by the lake, man. Let's do it. Because I know you need it. And I want you to be made whole. That hole in your heart, I can fill it. I can fill it. Do you feel uncomfortable, Bobby, that I'm telling another man that I'm trying to help emotionally? Is that what bothers you? Because you look freaked out right now. Is it wrong for me to want to help out another dude emotionally? Is it? Because you look freaked out by it. You shouldn't be. You know what you are? You're bottled up. And I can help you too, Bobby. I can help you too. Did your dad not love you either? Because I'm there for you if you didn't, Bobby. Let me in. Let me in. Because I'm here for you. I'm here for all of you at home too. Wow, it's a really sensitive podcast. I like it. I really like that we're all just talking about our trauma together. Speaking of trauma, police in Mexico arrest and handcuff a Chucky doll after a series of robberies. Chucky was always a scary film for me. I didn't like it. I thought all my toys were going to kill me after I saw it. It made going to sleep at night pretty difficult. I once had a Diamond Dallas Page. I forgot what they called them, but like it was a plushie doll. But like you would move the arm and it would be like, oh my arm, oh my leg, and like you hit a bone crack. And sometimes at night it would just go off randomly with no one touching it. And I always thought DDP was gonna kill me with a diamond cutter. I'm fine. Fine. I don't still have dreams about it. A Chucky doll and its owner were arrested in Mexico for a series of attempted robberies. According to witness reports, the suspect, named only as Carlos N., sus, was arrested after making a Chucky doll wield a large knife to try and scare people into handing over cash. Wait, people fell for this? The suspect is believed to have been under the influence of an illegal substance at the time of the incident. Police also handcuffed and arrested the doll, which was dressed in the blue denim overalls. Mexican media also reported the officer who handcuffed the Chucky doll was later reprimanded for not taking the job seriously. Footage after the arrest showed the doll being lined up for its police mugshot to be taken, as well as a long knife taken from it. God damn it. Juan Raul Alcocer, an officer of the Monclova police, said he put the doll in their face and was scaring people. It is an offense, and for this reason, he was arrested, the doll. Carlos N. was later released, according to reports, but the Chucky doll's whereabouts are still unknown. Chucky's a character made infamous for child's play, and the doll begins terrorizing family, and that's it. Here's the thing. Who's falling for this? Waving a Chucky doll on someone, that's enough to get your money? You gotta try harder than that. You gotta bring Pumpkinhead out. OGs who like horror movies know what's up. Pumpkinhead's gonna scare me, not Chucky. Not anymore. I'm a grown-ass man. I'm not having dreams about toys that I was scared of as a kid. I am, but not in real life. I'm not scared of Chucky in real life. Not at all. But if like he was just waving it at people, how do you get scared from that? I'd be more scared if the guy had a knife. I'm more interested in him if he has a Chucky doll because there's a story there and I want the answers. I want the gist. Hey man, what's going on with that Chucky doll? Give me your money. It's not going to work. You got to make the Chucky doll do something. Does it dance? Does it have like the I love you thing? No, then I'm not giving you my money. You're a terrible street performer. Now he probably would have tried to stab me at this point, but at least the Chucky doll wouldn't have been the one stabbing me. It would have been the guy on drugs who did it. But it's a terrible way to get robbed. It's a terrible way to get robbed. Got robbed by a doll? And this cop did the right thing. You don't know what this doll's capable of. This guy's running around with a fucking toy and a knife. Well, if that toy can do the things he's saying it can do, you have to arrest the doll. He shouldn't have been reprimanded. He's taking goddamn precautions. We don't know in this world anymore what's up and what's down. How does he know this Chucky doll doesn't have like an artificial AI in it? Or an AI system that commands it to matter? How does he not know? How does he know? How does anyone know anything anymore? This man should have been reprimanded. He should have been given a goddamn medal for precaution and safety. I don't trust dolls. I don't trust any kind of toy. There's a baby Yoda that my brother has that I think is probably going to kill me in my sleep because it just stays smiling all the damn time. And the eyes are black as death. I don't like it. Not a fan of it. But I like the idea they arrested and gave him a little mugshot. It's Halloween. It's cute. How do you reprimand a guy for that? Mexican police have to get their brand back up because everyone thinks they work for the cartels. No, this is a way of doing it. This is a way of going, hey, we're fun guys. We don't always work for the Sinaloa cartel. We sometimes, arrest a doll. We're not always hiding bodies of rival drug dealers. Come on. We're just having a little fun here. Not everything has to be a Narcos episode. It can also be fun. A fun cops episode, if you will. But, I would have arrested the doll myself as well. Now, the doll's whereabouts are unknown. Why? Because they're interrogating the shit out of that doll. Because they know that doll knows something. They probably saw something and had that doll on a chair now going, who do you work for? And punching it and shit. Light right on him going, listen, I know you're a fucking toy, but I noticed something's going on inside you. What's the deal? Who made you and why? What's going on right now? And it's like everyone's just watching going, what's going on? Ricardo's just been talking to the doll for a half hour, man. He thinks the doll's onto something. He thinks the doll's alive. How do you know? He said he saw it move, but he arrested him, so I'm not gonna say anything. Maybe he's right. Or maybe they knew better and burnt that shit. They were like, no fucking go, bro. We're not risking it here. Not risking it. You can't risk it with a Chucky doll. You never know. Even though I do think sometimes that, for instance, if someone was going to be possessed, right, or a thing was going to be possessed, I don't think a demon or a ghost would choose something known for being possessed, like Chucky, like the Annabelle doll. Or in real life, it'd be like the Annabelle doll. Well, no, the real Annabelle doll was Raggedy Ann. So maybe it depends on the brand. Right? So if they know for a fact people are going to be suspect of a Chucky doll, maybe they go Raggedy Ann's good. No one's going to suspect Raggedy Ann. So we'll jump into that and then we'll cause terror that way. Other toys you could do it too. A Barney would be interesting thing to jump into. It has the I love you thing and then you can go I hate you, gonna get you, it could be interesting. There are tons of other toys that have better brands. Teletubbies, you can start jumping into those. I love Teletubbies. I think that it's the cutest thing ever. Just adorable. They're so cute. Could they kill? I don't think so. I don't think the Teletubbies would. I think if a spirit jumped into a Teletubby, the goodness of the Teletubby would fight it back and go, I won't. Now the Smurfs, those motherfuckers would be murderers. Those little Smurf figurines, I can see them, from McDonald's, I can see them just marching and just stabbing a motherfucker to death. The Snorks, no. Toy Snorks wouldn't do it. Snorks are cool. Snorks are historically oppressed to be staying underwater. So they know what it's like to be the victim. But I think a ghost does have to be careful of what doll you possess, because you also have to be aware of what your limitations are. Like, height limitations, like, does it have all its fingers? Like possessing a Mickey Mouse, like you got like 4 fingers on the hand instead of 5. So it's like you're not really, actually no, you got 3 digits in the thumb. You can't really do much without a pinky. A pinky's the most important thing on the hand because it gets that final closure. So you couldn't really fucking possess a Mickey Mouse. I don't think that would work at all. Just the hand movements alone. Like that movie Toy Soldiers, like, you know, that the computer chip, that makes sense. G.I. Joes, or at least those kind of dolls, they could, you know, they can get some fucking murdering going. A regular G.I. Joe couldn't because they're too small and fragile. So you can actually just flick them away. So they're not a good murder device for anyone. You know, you gotta pick and choose the right doll when you're looking to possess something. When you're looking to commit murders as a ghost or a demon. You gotta be smart about it. But I like the way this cop handled his situation. I like it. I like how he knew, hey, I gotta put this thing in cuffs. Because if I don't, who knows what's gonna happen on the ride home. And that's the thing about it. Say he didn't put it in handcuffs, and then next thing you know, that doll kills everyone in the goddamn car. Who are we blaming? We're blaming protocol. When's there been a law against arresting a doll? Like we talked about last week. There's conspiracy of witchcraft. How do we know a doll's not part of conspiracy of witchcraft? Keep that in mind. Conspiracy of witchcraft is going to come up a lot more, I feel. This should be our go-to stance on all legal matters. Conspiracy of witchcraft. But no. Gotta be careful with dolls. Gotta be careful. Stretch Armstrong would be a really good doll to like possess, because all his arms could wrap around you like Mr. Fantastic and choke you to fucking death. So if you are a demon out there looking to possess a toy, Stretch Armstrong I think is the best one for you. I think he has the most ability. Now he can't carry any weapons, and that's not good, but at least you'll have the ability to wrap around people and like boa constricted them to death. That I think. And plus, like, you know, it's kind of more terrifying to be crushed to death instead of being stabbed. You know, the air leaves you and then your bones crack. That would be, I think, a much better idea for a demonic. Now, every time I get a Stretch Armstrong, I'm just going to think about how I just endorsed it to be possessed by demons. I hope demons don't watch this show. Didn't he watch this show? Is there a demon possessing a body right now watching this show going, fuck, this guy's smart. I've been in this whack human body this entire time. I could have been fucking Stretch Armstrong. I'm getting the fuck out of this body ASAP. Get me down to a Goodwill where all the other Stretch Armstrongs are. It's time to change it up. I wouldn't mind being the demon's favorite podcast as long as they didn't possess me. As long as they're here for the jokey jokes. Don't possess me. Just come for the jokes and hang out. If you are a demon, go into the comments and let me know. Tell me how your life's going. How's your October been? I know you're celebrating. I know you're out there doing your thing. How's the new possessions going? Is there anything in possession rules we got wrong? I'm not well versed in the possession game. I did watch The Pope's Exorcist, that Russell Crowe movie, and that was pretty fly. There was a part in that movie in the beginning where like there was a demon and like Russell Crowe came in and he was telling the demon, like, who's challenging it. He's like, I don't think you're the best demon. He's like, I don't think you are who you say you are. Like, that demon could possess anything. I don't think you could possess this pig. And the demon's like, I totally can. He's like, yeah, you couldn't. He's like, you think you can do that, but you can't because you're a weaker demon. And the thing about demons is they're egotistical, so they take a good challenge if they want one. He's like, I totally can. No, you can't. I totally can. No, you can't. So the demon gets so upset, possesses the pig, and then fucking Russell Crowe slits that pig's throat. That's how he got him. Smart move by Russell Crowe in that movie. Apparently it's based on real books by like a real exorcist who used to work for the Vatican, and he apparently he was a real deal exorcist guy. We should do an episode on him, like a full like in depth and like full research episode. He's got some really cool books apparently, but apparently that's how Russell Crowe handled it, and maybe that's how he handled demon possessions from now on. Maybe if you are in the vicinity of a demon possession, challenge him. Bet you can't, possess this salt shaker, and it's like, salt shaker. There's no bio anything in there. Oh shit. How about this dog? And you gotta say goodbye to your dog, but it's your dog or your wife, so pick one. And he possesses the dog, and you just toss the dog outside. Or run the dog over. It's easier to run a dog over than someone you love, even though if you love your dog, it's kind of complicated. And it's like, I don't want to run over my dog. I love my dog, but your wife's getting possessed. So it's like, which one do you fucking want? Well, I don't want a Pet Cemetery situation. Well, I'm not well versed in Pet Cemetery. I only watched the remake, I think. I don't even think I saw the original, to be honest with you. No, Bobby. I think I might have seen Pet Cemetery, but I don't remember sitting down for it. You see a movie, you feel like you've seen it, but then you turn out to not have seen it because you've spoken about it so many times, and because you've heard. I guess you've put together the movie through other things you've heard. So no, I am not well versed in Pet Cemetery. So maybe putting a demon into your family dog and then killing it is not the best solution. Or you don't put it in a pet cemetery, you just bury it. Or you just like burn it. You just burn it, bruh. Burn the fucking demon dog. That's it. If your wife happens to be possessed by a demon and you need to challenge it and have to go to a dog so you can kill it, that's your solution. Solving demon possessions. Are we not the best podcast in the world? Probably not. We're probably not even like in the top 20,000. But one day we will be in the top 20,000. And we will celebrate when that day comes. We should meet an exorcist. That would be a cool guest to have. A guy who's really been in the shits. Because they're probably like Vietnam guys. Like, one time I was out there in the field. Little girl threw up on me and then turned around and just shitted diarrhea all over my body. Just nothing but shit and diarrhea all over my body, covered in it. But you know what I did? I got that fucking demon out. I grabbed her, said a few Our Fathers, and pressed the goddamn crucifix on her forehead. And goddamn it, I got that fucking demon out. And they had like the Vietnam eyes, like they never blinked the entire time I was telling the story. Like, goddamn, thank God I did it. Pretty scary. I'd be into it. There's gotta be guys who have stories. They gotta be like exorcists who will sit down after a few drinks and tell you the real nitty gritty of some shit. That's what we gotta get on the show. But specifically, exorcists who were covered in vomit and diarrhea, because that kind of makes it more interesting. Question: if a person who's possessed by a demon throws up on you, questions that will have to wait for another day. Or you can answer them in the comments. Feel free. Hardee's employees charged for using customers' card numbers to bail out jail inmates. This, to me, is just good charity work, if you ask me. A group of Hardee's employees, along with others, have been charged with after police uncovered a scheme in which money taken from customers' credit cards and debit cards were used to bail out jail inmates. The LaPorte County Sheriff's Office says last month, LaPorte County Jail Commander Captain Andrew Hahn, along with other members of the jail administration, noticed suspicious irregularities of funds on some inmates' accounts. Police say large sums of money were being placed onto inmates' communication system called Securus. Interesting. Accounts from a source outside the jail. Police say the inmates were bonding out of the jail almost immediately, leaving with the remaining balance on a jail-issued debit resulting in him initiating official investigations. Police say the investigation uncovered a complex fraud scheme involving certain employees from the Hardee's food restaurant in Michigan City. Fuck yeah, Michigan. Police say that in August and September, a few Hardee's employees photographed credit card and debit numbers of customers that purchased food at the drive-thru window. The card numbers were then fraudulently used by placing money on secure accounts of the inmates with low bond amounts. Police say that the inmates were bonding out almost immediately, utilizing fraudulent funds. The inmates were released with the remaining balance on the. Did they just repeat a goddamn? They repeated a goddamn paragraph. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. They literally repeated like 4 sentences. The investigation uncovered $14,000 in fraudulent charges. Well, how low level were these crimes? The victims who originally went to purchase food at the drive-thru of the Hardee's are working with the financial institutions to recover their cash. Earlier this week, members of the Warrant Division and Fugitive Apprehension Team, FAST, along with the assistance of U.S. Marshals, Great Lakes Fugitive Task Force, arrested 4 of the aforementioned subjects. Why not say suspects? All the other subjects, including Scott, have been arrested as well. This is now I'm scared to go to drive-thrus, even though I don't have a car. Even though I did try to go to a drive-thru with a skateboard once, and they were not fucking happy about it. But this is now, you gotta be careful with your debit cards. People that drive through have friends in jail. Now, granted, you're being frauded for thousands of dollars, but if altogether it was $14,000, then let's see. They're not saying how many people were in there. Yeah, they're not saying how many people they released. So it's only $14,000 in fraud charges. Then you have to imagine most of these guys had like maybe a $400, $500 bond, because they say there was quite a few of them. So granted, you've been hustled out of some money, but at least you've let someone out of jail. Isn't that nice? Isn't that charitable? I mean, bail reform is no different. We've been letting crazies out left and right in New York. How's that working out? A lot of stabbings. But at the end of the day, are people wrong for wanting to get their friends out of jail? Because no one that goes to jail is guilty. That's why I get the free hashtags. No one ever did it. Ever. Never, never. But it's a good grift. I like it. I wouldn't necessarily do it. Well, I wouldn't do it from Hardee's. I would definitely do it from White Castle. White Castle always seemed a bit more... It always seemed like a place where a bit more grifts occur. So I'm actually kind of shocked by Hardee's. Because Hardee's, I've never been to a Hardee's because I live in New York. Hardee's always seemed like one of those cool fast food restaurants that you don't get out here, like Sonic, you know? So now I feel betrayed by Hardee's. McDonald's I expected from. Burger King I expected from. But Hardee's? How could the Hardee's let us down this way? The great people of Hardee's, are they not checking who they hire? Now, the question is, at least for me, and let's just bring the lights down low a little bit, you know what I mean? How many of these people that got scammed were white? Because then that changes everything for me. Because what I'm hoping, cross fingers, is that it was white people getting scammed to get out black prisoners. And those are the grifts I tend to like the most. Remember those kids who grifted that lady on Venmo for Black Lives Matter? That was a great grift. I like this grift. Come on, you're eating at Hardee's. You're eating fast food on the regular, going through the drive-thru. You're going to die soon anyway. You're not even going to see that money. Your arteries are clogged. So why not let someone else live? Wait, I can lose before I'm no longer allowed to make fun of fat people. I'm like 240 now. If I go down to 210, I cannot make fun of fat people. So this is the problem with my weight loss. I've already lost some already. If I go down in weight, I'm losing jokes, and that's not good. I want to keep all my jokes. So I'm just going to wear a fat suit everywhere so I can keep my fat person jokes. That's just the way the economy works. You got to have as many jokes as you can. But let's be honest. Those people aren't going to see that money anyway. What are they going to spend it on? More Hardee's? What next? Five Guys? Jack in the Box? Why not have Popeyes for breakfast while you're at it? Eating at Hardee's. Hardee's just sounds like a place where you get fucking high cholesterol. No? Hard arteries? Hardee's? Come on. You mean no one ever thought of that before? I support this grift. I like it. Now, hopefully these criminals figured out a plan beyond this, because cards could always be tracked. That's the problem. Like, it'd be different if you were working at different fast food chains and doing it. But if you're all working at the Hardee's, they can all track those cards back to Hardee's, so they all know it's you. So it's like, you got to bounce around. You should have had someone do it from a JCPenney. Someone do it, different businesses, shake it up. From a 99-cent store, from a 7-Eleven. You got to shake it up. You cannot leave these kind of trails around for the next person who does this scheme. You don't want to do it all at one business. You don't want to shit where you eat. What you want to do is do just enough to get the crime to go somewhere else. And she shouldn't have stayed at Hardee's either. She should have left Hardee's. When she started the scam, she should have said, okay, 4 credit cards, 4 inmates, leave Hardee's. Then go work somewhere else. So you spread it around. Of course, they're going to find you at the Hardee's. At least, at the very least, she's not working there anymore. They go up in there going, hey, we're looking for this person. Oh, she don't work here no more. And they don't know where she ended up. It buys you some time. Why are we helping criminals? Because at the end of the day, being a normal citizen sucks. Having dignity is terrible. It's overrated. That's how I feel about it. I know, Bobby. I know. We should be shocked and appalled that these people dared to scam. But you know what? Damn, so it was a group of them. So maybe they're all tied to these people personally. Like, this one white lady looks like her husband's probably in there. This one of the dudes got a friend in there. Maybe one of them's got a lesbian lover. So there's an LGBTQ angle to it. Should they not be let out of prison? I don't know. I mean, if they committed a crime, I guess not. But no one commits crimes when they go to jail, remember? Everyone's innocent. I always loved those posts on social media. Free my guy, blah, blah, blah. It's like, who gives a shit? He probably did it. I have family members who went to jail. You didn't see me saying free them. Cause I know they did it. They did that shit. Go to fucking jail. Deal with it. I didn't go to jail. Why? Cause I didn't commit crimes. Is that heartless of me? A little bit. Because, crime is an economical situation. Some people commit crimes because they're economic situations and they have no other choice sometimes to commit crimes. But what would Batman say? Batman would take no fucking prisoners. Well, he would, but you know what I mean. He'd beat the shit out of you, then take you to prison. Assault and battery, but now you got to go to jail. Remember that part in Batman Begins where he branded that one guy with his bat? That was fucked up. Now imagine he started doing that more often. He started tracking his catches. I know that brand. I caught you 4 years ago. You still committing a crime? Damn. So when he drops him off, the commissioner, he's like, that guy's already committed 4 felonies. My brand's all over him. He is a hunter of the night. Aren't we all hunters of the night? All right. But hey, I too can be a father figure to a few of these people. I will open my heart to them as well. I'm opening my heart to a lot of things, except demons. I'm not opening my heart to you. You can't have it. But Elon and these people, I'm opening my heart. Someone's got to. And I'm that kind of guy. I'm that kind of guy. Next week, we will be doing a deep dive episode on a very interesting topic. I don't want to say what it is because I don't want to give it away. Yeah, we're going there. Next week's episode, that's what's going down. I'm excited for it. It's one of the fucking weirdest stories I've ever heard. And we'll have some fun. I had fun this week. I feel very open emotionally. Did you have fun at home? Do you need someone here for you, listener? Because I am. I am. I'm always here for you. Because you're always here for me every week. Or when I do release an episode. Sorry the schedule has been a little wonky. Life is weird. But we will keep plowing on until Thanksgiving weekly. Now will be our season finale. And we will return, I think, sometime in Feb. Maybe late January. But for now, let's enjoy this time we got together. Week to week. Just me. And you. And Bobby. Because he's a creep. And he likes to watch. Because I think we all know how this one is going to end.